Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, let's talk about something really interesting today, something that honestly most of us probably deal with, whether we realize it or not. We're going to dive into what I call the scarcity trap. Have you ever felt like you're constantly worried about money even when things are okay? Like there's never quite enough, no matter how much you earn. Or maybe you hoard cash under your mattress, or you're terrified of investing, even though you know it's probably a good idea. Or perhaps you're so incredibly frugal that it actually stops you from doing things that could help you grow. If any of that sounds familiar, then, my friend, you might be caught in the scarcity trap. And trust me, you're not alone. What exactly is the scarcity trap? So what are we talking about here? Basically, the scarcity trap is when your mindset, how you think and feel about money, is rooted in a deep-seated belief that there isn't enough to go around. It's like your brain is constantly running on an empty light, even when your tank is half full. Think about it. Our relationship with money isn't just about numbers in a bank account. It's super emotional. It's influenced by our past, by what our parents taught us, by society, by every little financial hiccup or success we've ever had. And a lot of our financial decisions, especially the not-so-great ones, come from these unconscious patterns. They're like habits we didn't even know we had. Maybe you grew up in a household where money was always tight, and that feeling of never enough just stuck with you. Or maybe you had a bad experience with an investment, and now you just shut down at the mention of the stock market. These experiences, these beliefs, they shape how you react to money today. How does this show up in real life? The sneaky ways. Okay, so how does this scarcity mindset actually manifest? How does it show up in our everyday financial lives? Let me give you a few common examples. First up, hoarding cash. Now, saving is great, obviously, but I'm talking about that feeling where you just have to see a huge chunk of money in your savings account, even if it's losing value to inflation, or even if you could be using it to pay off high-interest debt. It's like you're clinging to it for dear life because you're terrified it'll disappear. It's security, but at a cost. Next, fear of investing. Oh boy, this is a big one. Intellectually, that investing is one of the best ways to grow your wealth over time, but the thought of putting your hard-earned money into something that might go down gives you hives, right? It's that fear of loss, that what if I lose everything thought that often stems from a scarcity mindset. You see risk, not opportunity. And finally, over-frugality that stifles growth. This one's tricky because frugality is often seen as a virtue, and it can be, but there's a point where it becomes counterproductive. Are you skipping out on a course that could boost your career because it costs a few $100, even though it could lead to thousands in extra income? Are you delaying essential repairs because you're so focused on saving every penny, only for it to cost you more down the line? That's where frugality turns into self-sabotage. You're so focused on cutting expenses that you forget to invest in growth. See how these aren't just bad decisions, but often stem from something deeper? It's not about being irresponsible. It's about these unconscious patterns playing out. How to break free. Practical steps. All right. So if you're nodding along and thinking, yep, that's me, don't worry. The good news is once you identify this mindset, you can absolutely start to challenge it and break free. It takes work, but it's totally doable. Here are a few practical steps you can start taking today. 1. Become a financial detective of your own mind. The first step is awareness. Start noticing your thoughts and feelings about money. When you get paid, what's the first emotion? When you see an investment opportunity, what's your gut reaction? Are you immediately thinking, I can't afford that, or what if it fails? Write these down if you want. Just observe without judgment. The goal here isn't to fix anything yet, just to see what's going on in there. 2. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Once you've spotted some of these scarcity thoughts, it's time to question them. When that voice says you'll never have enough, ask yourself, is that really true? What evidence do I have to the contrary? Maybe you paid off a debt, or you got a raise, or you've always managed to bounce back. Remind yourself of your past successes. Reframe those negative thoughts. Instead of, I can't afford that, maybe it's, how could I afford that? Or, is this the best use of my money right now? 3. Practice abundance affirmations. Seriously. This might sound a little woo-woo, but hear me out. Our brains respond to repetition. Instead of constantly telling yourself, I don't have enough, start telling yourself, I am capable of creating wealth, or opportunities for financial growth are all around me, or I'm grateful for the money I have and the money that is coming. Say them out loud, write them down. It helps rewire your brain. 4. Educate yourself just a little bit. A lot of fear comes from not understanding. If you're scared of investing, spend just 15 minutes a week learning the absolute basics. Watch a simple YouTube video, read a beginner's article. You don't need to be a Wall Street guru, but a little knowledge can chip away at that fear. The more you understand how money can work for you, the less mysterious and scary it becomes. 5. Take small, deliberate risks, financial and otherwise. If you're stuck in over-frugality, identify one small thing you've been holding back on that could actually benefit you. Maybe it's a new pair of running shoes that will help you stick to your fitness goals, or investing in a course that could really boost your skills. Start small. Prove to yourself that investing in yourself or in growth isn't always a loss. And the most important thing to remember through all of this? Be patient and kind to yourself. This isn't about shaming yourself for past mistakes. It's about understanding why you made them and giving yourself the tools to make better choices in the future. Money is emotional, and shifting deeply ingrained beliefs takes time and effort. Breaking free from the scarcity trap isn't just about having more money in your bank account. It's about having more freedom, more peace of mind, and ultimately a more fulfilling life. When you're not constantly worried about not enough, you open yourself up to so many more possibilities. You start seeing opportunities instead of just limitations. So I encourage you to take these steps, even just one of them, and see what shifts for you. Start noticing, start challenging, and start believing that there is enough and that you're capable of creating the financial life you truly desire. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below what your biggest scarcity trap struggle is. Let's talk about it. Thanks so much for watching. Remember what I said. Stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next video.